All right, so this is the Magna Carta. We're going to read about the Magna Carta. What is it? It is a foundational legal document. Almost all legal documents written today may not be specifically tied to the Magna Carta, but they're going to be able to trace their lineage. Why did that logic come from where? Well, most of the legal documents in America or England find their heritage in the Magna Carta. And even small parts of it are even still law today. It was originally written in England in the year 1215. It's a long time ago. This is actually a picture of it. All right. So, by 1215, thanks to years of unsuccessful foreign policies and heavy taxation demands, England's, at the time, King John, was facing down a possible rebellion by the country's powerful barons. The barons back then were pretty powerful. All right, so under threat, the king, King John, he agreed to a charter of liberties. Remember from your vocabulary, a charter is a document, it's a piece of paper giving permission. So he's giving permission for liberties, for certain freedoms. And this document is known as the Magna Carta. The Magna Carta, which means the Great Charter. English has changed and evolved a little bit over time, but Magna Carta literally means the Great Charter, is one of the most important documents in history because it established the principle that, and this is very important, everyone is subject to the law, even the king, and guarantees the rights of individuals, the right to justice, and the right to a fair trial. This is important because before this, if the king wanted to throw you in jail, the king threw you in jail. No trial. Nobody got to say anything. King just threw you in jail. Bye. Though the document was not originally successful because the Pope at the time, Pope Innocent III, I believe. Ooh, I hope that I got that right. He didn't like it, and he said it was invalid and no good. The document was eventually reissued with some changes to make it a little bit more appealing to others. In 1216, 17, and 1225, it eventually served as the foundation, so the bedrock, the first building stone for the English legal system known as common law. That little bitty one right there, that is telling you to go way down here and read this. So what is common law? Common law, also known as judicial precedent, or in other words, judge-made law, or also known as case law, all those mean the same thing, is the body of law, the totality, all of the law that derived or came from judicial decisions of courts. So when a judge says, this is the decision of this court in this case, that decision now becomes law, and any other case very similar to it just does the same thing. They don't redo the same trial over and over again. The British Empire later spread this legal system of England to its far-flung colonies, including the future United States. Many of these colonies they keep common law systems as the basis of their legal systems. Now, common law in the United States is not law because we consider that part of English law, but we do have our own case law, which in England, that's what they call common law. So we do the same thing here. We have laws, and whenever somebody violates one, they go to court, or when somebody says they violated one, they go to court, and whatever the judge decides also becomes law, and it's added to it all. So it's a big soup of laws that people made, and laws that come from judges, common law, case law. Go back to reading this. Though it was not initially successful, the document was reissued, so made again, in these years, and it eventually served as the foundation for the English system known as common law. Later generations would celebrate the Magna Carta as a symbol of freedom from oppression, from the oppression of King John, and as would the founding fathers of the United States of America. They, in 1776, looked to the Charter as historical precedent, an example from the past of how to do things well. And they used it as an example for telling England, we're going to tell you of our liberties, our freedoms from the English crown. So when we write the Declaration of Independence, we'll rewrite our letters to King George V in 1776 saying we want to be our own country. We were thinking of a document in English past saying we're doing the same thing you did. This is from our history, our heritage, and we want to continue. This would be the Magna Carta. What is it? It's a piece of paper, and most of it is no longer law. Most of it had to deal with cultural things of the time that we don't really care about anymore. But the part of it we legally care about today is this. Everyone is subject to the law, even the king, even a president, and guarantees the rights of individuals. You have the right to justice. You have the right to a fair trial. Thank you very much, and I'll see you on the next one.